What if I tell you that we are buying diseases for ourselves? The more we eat them, the more we put our health at serious risk. These chemicals and the harmful substances have been covered up. In fact, there is enough evidence in literature to suggest that some of the foods we are eating are not really foods after all, because inherent in those foods are harmful chemicals, additives, contaminants with poor nutritional profile, and all these hazards are masked with enhanced sensory properties like smell, taste, and color, such that these foods become so palatable in a way that we enjoy them without questioning their safety. And these foods are called ultra-processed foods. Now, let me tell you about these foods. The Novel Food Classification System, which is widely accepted by the nutrition community, they describe ultra-processed foods as foods that have been produced as a result of a series of industrial processes. And so by design, these foods are ready-to-eat foods. They have ingredients that you can't get in your usual kitchen, and so no matter what you do, you can't produce them at home. These foods have very little or no whole foods in them, and then they are equally produced in masses. Some examples are sugar-sweetened beverages, sweet and chocolate, ice creams, packaged snacks, some breads, and many other foods under this classification. The shocking truth is that these are foods we eat every day. However, there is absolutely no study in literature to have reported or even suggested the health benefit associated with these foods. And another disturbing finding is that these foods are reportedly linked to cancers, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, obesity, mental health problems, gastrointestinal issues, and many other health complications. But the big question is how? Well, several studies have identified and reported the mechanisms by which these foods cause diseases. Number one, they have very poor nutritional profile, in that they are very high in sugars, they are very high in salt, they contain unhealthy fats, they are very low in fiber, very low in omega-3 fatty acids, which is supposed to support our brain. They are also very low in micronutrients. And any food with this level of nutritional profile is capable of causing serious biochemical damage to our body. The second thing is that these foods contain harmful additives. You have this artificial sweetness like sucralose and aspartame. These are known to cause cardiovascular diseases and also increase insulin release. You have emulsifiers and thickeners like carrageenan and polysorbate. These are also known to cause gut inflammation and insulin resistance. They use this preservative called sodium nitrite. This is also linked to cancers. Now, the third thing is that as a result of high heat process used in formulating these foods, some dangerous chemicals are released into the foods. And these chemicals are seriously linked to cancers. You have chemicals like polycyclic aromatic carbons, you have the heterocyclic amines, you have the acrylamine, you have furans, you have acrolein, which is produced as a result of excessive heating of fat. Now, these chemicals do not only cause cancers, but they are also known to cause serious organ damage. The fourth thing is that as a result of the packaging, some serious chemicals are also released into the food. And these packaging chemicals are known to be endocrine disruptors. You have chemicals like bisphenol A and bisphenol S. Bisphenol A is even banned in foods in most countries, but studies are reporting that they are still found in some foods. You also have chemicals like phthalates that are also endocrine disruptors. You have microplastics, like small plastic that we can't see, that are part of the food. And these microplastics are known to be obesogenic, meaning that even with this alone, you can be obese. You see, so all these chemicals are working together to cause negative health implications on us. Now, the sad thing is that these chemicals and the harmful substances have been covered up with the hyperpalatability of this food. This is why these foods are so satisfying to our senses, in that we always want to be consuming them. They have the tendency to trigger our reward channel. That is why most of us are even addicted to these foods. And we always want to be consuming. That is how they are designed. They are designed on purpose, in a way that you must keep on eating them. You must eat more. And these foods are also loaded with calories. And so the more we eat them, the more we are going to gain weight. And the more we eat them, the more we put our health at serious risk in terms of these negative health complications. This is why it is very important for all of us to learn how to read food labels. In that, if we have this knowledge, we can be able to identify and classify these foods as ultra processed, minimally processed, or processed. Because the caveat is that not all processed foods are unhealthy. However, it is certain that for any food that is ultra processed, anytime you consume them, you are putting yourself at risk of negative health complications. And so we need to be informed about these foods, and we need to make healthier choices. If you are finding any difficulty in reading food labels or identifying these foods, you can always contact the dietitian to help you in buying your foodstuffs from supermarkets. And so please be careful, be informed, and stay healthy.